And do me a favor. Hey guys, I apologize. I was running a little bit behind today, some technical difficulties. I'm getting my Wi-Fi installed today, and I thought they'd be uh, finished by now. Give me the box with just the box with the earplugs in it. For anybody new here, I just want to introduce myself. Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. We're a channel that's geared toward the new man and woman who's never been to the Philippines before, but who is contemplating a visit here, for a slow vacation or to rejuvenate. My 11 years here doesn't make me an expert, but it does give me a unique perspective. And I just like to share that with the new man and woman, or anybody really, if it can make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things more safer. I'm boots on the ground here. I'm in the center of all this, and it's for your benefit. I'm not around the edges like a lot of these other vloggers you may see talking about the Philippines, and they probably live in some fancy tower in Makati or Cebu. I live among the locals. And I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. That's just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing, and what I'm living. And I'm never going to sugarcoat that, and it's not going to start today. This is my second live, and I thank you guys for making my first one. It went pretty good. Excuse me. I thought, and from some of my comments, they said it went pretty good. I just like to give my viewers, especially the new ones and subscribers, just a chance to meet me and see me live, and ask me anything you want to ask me. It's not off. It's not off limits, as far as it's not too cringy, and don't be disrespectful or anything like that. Today, I just wanted to kind of talk about, love in the Philippines from a different perspective. Are you prepared for it? Can you handle it? Because to be honest with you, and I'm coming to you from a place of brotherhood. I'm not coming from some spiritual mountaintop or anything like that, because I would never do that. But a lot of us, man, we need some sort of counsel before we come over here. I mean, whether it's, talking to somebody that's already been here, watching YouTube channels like mine. But a lot of men, we won't accept any counsel. We'll think, you know what, I'm going to go over there. I can handle this Filipina with one hand tied behind my back. And it's just not true, guys. What you fail to realize is the Filipina, she's ready for you when you get here. You're not ready. See, they have a support group here, and they have a support group in your home country. It doesn't matter where you're from. Filipinos are all around the world, and they always have this support group, and they can get amongst each other and talk and ask questions and everything like that. So they already know what to expect from you. You don't know what to expect from them. And I don't care who you are, how much of a playboy you were in your home country. When you get here, man, it's going to disarm you, just like it disarmed me. You're just not ready for what's waiting over here. And so I always like to, talk to you from a place of a support group, because we need it. And the first thing you probably going to want to decide is, are you going to be Joe or are you going to be John? And if you watch my video on what I've learned on the way to the bar in the Philippines, you'll know what I'm talking about. See, and I'll just do this little brief thing. See, Joe, he's coming over here. He's looking for love. He's looking for a serious long-term relationship. And John is just here for, the wham bam, thank you, ma'am. He's a sex pack. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the day, what's up, a Natty Baller 2007? What's up, Timothy Certain? Thanks for joining me. At the end of the day, we both come over here for the same reasons. Let's just be honest, and everybody knows what that is. We just go about it a different way, but you have to decide, are you just going to be somebody that's going to come over here and basically be, John, which is, I'm by myself. I don't want any commitments. I don't want to be tied down. If I meet a nice lady, that's fine, but I'm not ready to get married. I don't come over here to impress anybody. I don't have any souvenirs to bring or anything like that. I'm on my own schedule. I've got my own itinerary. Don't try to bog me down with that love stuff and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Or Joe is, hey, I met you online. I come over here. I want to meet your family. I want to impress you. I want to love you. I want to bring you back to my country and whatever. You have to decide off top. Hey, Gurk Hadnan, I know who you are, but I won't, I'll keep your anonymity, brother. And yeah, Natty Baller 2007, man, I used to live in Cincinnati. Man, I loved it in Cincinnati. I used to live in, first of all, I lived in Over the Rhine with my father. Then I moved out in Westwood with my own apartment, not far from the Fay. You may know where the Fay is. But once you decided, which one you're going to be, Joe or John, and you come over here, I'm going to tell you something, man. You got to prepare yourself, because I was not prepared. When I got off the plane and this young lady was waiting for me, I mean, she was beautiful. I don't care how much you chatted online. I don't care how many times you watch YouTube. It disarms you, man. You're not ready. And I'm going to give you my story, because everything I tell you comes from my experience. It doesn't come from some, like I said, some spiritual mountaintop. I'm not preaching to you. But when I got over here, man, I met this young lady. Now, online, she said she was 22. Okay. Long story short, she was 19. So be careful of that. But anyway, when I got here, man, she met me at the airport at Cebu. And she was so beautiful, man. I brought my American thinking with me. See, beautiful women, they intimidate us. And I got my luggage, man, and I looked out the door and I saw her waiting, and I was like, oh my God, man. She had her hair in 2 ponytails, and I mean, she was, at that time, the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. And it just disarmed me. Everything that I said I was going to do when I got over here, I forgot all about it, man. And we eventually, got together, and everything that she could have had, everything I had. If I had $1 million, she could have had 999,000 of it, man. That's how messed up I was, because I thought I was ready for it. I didn't read the handbook, remember? And she was one of those types. See, like I said, I thought she was 22, and we were together for about 6 months. And once I found out her true age, I cut it off, man. It was just too young for me. I was 45 at the time. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Her family, nobody even gave me a clue that she was 18 when I met her. When I cut it off, it was 19, because I was at her house for her birthday. And one of her best friends ratted her out and told her, say, hey, we're the same age now. We're both 19. And, man, my jaw hit the ground. But, what the point I want to make is I wasn't ready for it, man. And when I got over in that beautiful, just perfect skin and just, this untouched woman, I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. So that's why I put there in the title, can you handle it? Because it's a good thing she was a good woman, because she could have took me to the cleaners, guys. Hey, Benjamin. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, brother. Now, what's Joseph? You're asking no option to send money. What are you saying? Should you send money? I say no, not before you meet her, man. Don't do that. But I ask you, can you handle it? Because this isn't like the United States, or this isn't like Britain. The love over here is different, man. It's deep, and I know it happens all around the world, this pay for play, but let me tell you that it's different. What makes the Philippines a unicorn, guys, is this. it's so far away. It's not, if you're in America, it's not Mexico, it's not the Dominican Republic, it's not Central America, man. You're coming, if you look on the globe, the world is round, you're coming all the way around on the other side of the world to meet this woman. All right? That's what makes the Philippines this unicorn. And it amazes me. See, because I never even thought about that. I just got on the plane. Everything I did when I first came over here was impulsive. And that's a big mistake, man. See, my mistakes are now my secrets. I pass them on to you. It's a big, big mistake. My son's mother, let me tell you something, man. I met her in January, and she had a baby in November, man. That's how quick it was. That's why I always suggest to you guys, slow down, you know, because when you get over here, man, they're going to knock your socks off, man. Women over here, man, you meet the right one, man. You come over here, she's going to be somewhere between 18 and 25, man. They're some of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. So we got to prepare ourselves. We got to talk amongst each other. We need counsel, guys, before we get over here. Even though I know most of you guys are not going to accept it. Most of you guys are going to think, I don't need that. You can't tell me anything about relationships. I can handle a Filipina with one hand tied behind my back. No, you can't. You know, hey, Judah, Jay, thanks for joining me. You can't do it, man, because it's disarming. You're not ready for what you're gonna meet over here with this little 5'2", 105 pounds, perfectly shaped woman that that's going to use her atomic. You know, they say all's fair in love and war. Well, she's going to use her atomic bomb on you immediately. It's not like the United States where we try everything else, and then when that fails, we drop the bomb. Now, she's going to drop the bomb the first day you meet her, man, and just going to annihilate everything that you think you was prepared for. So, yeah, we need some counseling. We need to talk about some things. But Joseph, yeah, if you want to email me, I'm at calroach1 at gmail.com. Calroach, CALROACH1 at gmail.com. Let's talk there, brother. Hey, Walt. Hey, Judah, yeah. But you come over here, you're just not prepared. And what I'm trying to do is come to you from a place of brotherhood and say, hey, that's my Wi-Fi. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hi. It's a globe for the Wi-Fi. And you say, oh, I can come over here and I can handle the Filipino with one hand tied behind my back, man. It's going to disarm you, man. It's going to blow your mind like it did me. They're going to drop the atomic bomb the first time they meet you. You're not going to have a chance. But if somebody tells you, like me, like, hey, man, you know, just come over here, slow down, come over here, get your wits about you, use your common sense that you do at home. Don't be in any hurry. See, you're going to have a better chance of being successful. See, I'm going to tell you something about me, guys. I don't believe in coincidence at all. When I set this topic last week, this was last week after my first, I had no idea that a week later I was going to read an article from the New Zealand government about relationship fraud and how they go out of their way to warn their citizens visiting the Philippines or living in the Philippines about relationship fraud. See, we don't have that in America. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the New Zealand government to you. I'm just trying to say, hey, look, when you come over here, man, it's rampant over here. It's a persistent problem over here. You know, just to say, you know, everything is not what it seems over here, guys. You know, just slow down a little bit. Timothy Certain, now, the first women I met them online. Okay. And that's why I'm telling you that, first of all, let's because I don't want to take this talk. I don't want this talk to be about that, but I'm going to answer your question. First of all, most Filipinos, I want to remind you this, guys, because I didn't know this. It's only after being over here for a long, long time that I realized this. But most Filipinos, man, they don't date foreigners. They're skeptical of us. They don't want anything to do with us. The majority of Filipinos. The ones you meet online, which is a very small percentage of the Filipinos, man, they're the ones who are seeking a foreigner. And they're wanting to enter into a relationship or a marriage for visa and financial situations. Does love develop? Of course it does. And that has nothing to do with why she enters into the relationship. It has nothing to do with why she's on that dating site, guys. She can love you, but also want a better life and a visa. You understand? But I just want you to know you're limiting yourself when you date strictly online. I say, come over here, because if you watch my video, Flipping the Script, guys, we're the diamond. We're in demand. We're the prize. She's not the prize, guys, okay? It's 25 million of them over here waiting for the 2 million of us brave souls who can get over here, all right? Some genius has flipped the script. He's made it seem like they're the prize. So he's got us traveling all over the world to see this woman who we're the prize. She should be buying your plane ticket over here. Now, is there anything wrong with what she's doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I live here. I see the situations that many of them are coming from. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a better way of life. There's nothing wrong with what they're trying to do. I'm not bashing them. And I'm not saying to you, there's nothing wrong with pay to play. I just want to tell you the rules up front. Let's talk about the rules, guys. Let's help each other. That's what this talk is about today. Because they know the rules. They know what to expect when you come over here, every last one of them. They know that I gotta talk with at least 4 foreigners before one will ever come to see me, because the other 3 will never come over here. They know that. See? Hey, Gurkha Nan, I tell you what, man, you're right, man. When I got over here, I was going through that midlife crisis, man. So the age gap didn't make a difference to me. But now that I rode out that a midlife crisis, man, yeah, it makes a big difference to me. My woman is 38, but I don't have a problem with it. But my woman is 38, and I'm 57. That's more my speed, because as I've gotten older, see, my woman can do it all, man. She can give me a massage. She can cook. She cleans. She takes care of the kids. She's a bookkeeper. She's a professional out here. But I met her here. I didn't meet her online like a lot of other things. But as I've gotten older, man, and I rode through that midlife crisis, because the midlife crisis is real, and we should even talk about that sometime. I don't want a 25-year-old right now, because yeah, she's gonna excite me that way, but a lot of things she doesn't know how to do. But over here it's kind of different. Let me take that back, because Filipinos, they start out a lot earlier. See, so for instance, my wife, my girlfriend, but after you with them for so long, a week, they're your wife. They're not your girlfriend anymore. When she was 11, her mother had went to work in Manila for a job. She had to take care of the household, the kids, everything, get them ready for school. She had to go out and work and get money for the food and all of that, man, because the father at the time, and may he rest in peace, he was, skirt chasing, and he was drinking, and, the money that the mother was sending back to the father for the kids, he was spending it. So, they start earlier. So a 25-year-old is more like a 30 or 35-year-old in America. But this new generation is different. But I don't have a problem with the age gap. I really don't, but I do have a preference now. I don't want a 25-year-old. I need a woman that can appreciate me. See, my woman, she's had a long-term relationship. So she understands me. She appreciates what I bring to the table. A young lady, she's not going to appreciate you guys. Okay? But I got off the subject a little bit, but I'm just telling you that I'm back on the subject. When you date women online, those are the ones who have come forward and said, okay, this is my way out of the Philippines. Okay, this is my way to a better life. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a seaman. I don't want to be an OFW. I want to meet a foreigner to, bring my lifestyle up. And there's no problem with that. Don't get me wrong, guys. But this is a small percentage of Filipinos that we're talking about, the ones that you meet online. It's a very, very small percentage. Most Filipinos, they want Filipino men. They go to bed at night dreaming of Coco Martin and all them type of guys. Daniel Padilla, the Filipino man. That's what they want. So the ones we meet online, we're limiting ourselves. But even then, there's some good ones there. And this is not what this talk is about. This talk is about once you meet the woman, once you found the one you want, and you're ready to make your trip over here, see? That's what I want this talk to be about. All right? And are you prepared? Are you ready for what's waiting for you here, man? Because most of us are not, and we won't admit it. Man, we get off that plane and this beautiful young woman's waiting there for us, man, that's going to do anything that you want her to do, and, it's just going to be at your beck and call, man. You don't know how to deal with that because you never dealt with it at home. We're used to this confrontation at home, this, battle of wheels, man. Not over here, man. When a woman, everybody is, what's that word that they always say Asian women are, what's the word? Somebody type it in there. Asian women are, my mind is going blank. When they say that, when they say that they're very easy and they give themselves to men and like that. Well, there's something that we're all like that we all have about that in our lives. But when you come over here, man, I'm going to tell you something. You better get some counsel. You better seek some counsel. You better know what you're doing. And like I said, if anybody joined me late, hey, what's up, Philip? That's my buddy. Good morning, man. He lives up in northern Luzon. On the beach, I would add. I'll tell you what, man. I'm envious of you, man. I would love to. There's a beach not far from here. As a matter of fact, my wife's daughter, she went to a birthday party yesterday in Sapaway. Now, I'm not compassionate. What I mean is, when they say Asian women are, what is that word, man? My man is went blank. I can't think of the word. I done lost it. But anyway, it'll come to me. Submissive. Yeah, submissive. Thanks, Joseph. We're all submissive to something. But when you come over here, man, I mean, we're disarmed. They disarm us immediately. And remember, I tell you that they use their number one weapon immediately. They don't wait. You get that girlfriend experience over here that is only reserved for foreigners. The Filipino man doesn't get it. See? And a lot of us aren't. I never knew anything about the girlfriend experience. See, I'm sharing some stuff with you now with the new man and woman. See, I don't care if you coming over to see a man or a woman. You're going to get the girlfriend experience. And it's going to disarm you, Gurkha Nan, because we're not used to it. I didn't know. I thought I was special when I got over here. I said, man, this woman really loves me. She done cut through all the red tape. She done broke the ice. She done did it all. From the time we in the taxi, when we got from the airport to the hotel, man, we got to the hotel, man, it was like we'd already had an established relationship. With the love making, with everything, man, I wasn't ready for that. I thought I was going to have to come over here, and sweet talk her and, and buy her this and buy her that. No, these people, they know what to expect from foreigners. So they're going to rob you, and you're going to be complicit in your own robbery. Because when she treats you like that, man, you're going to give her everything that you got. So what I'm trying to do is educate you and say, hey, slow down, look out for this girlfriend experience, because they all do it. That's why I tell you, it's scripted. The Filipino man doesn't get the girlfriend experience. Only you get it. And they get it to you for a reason. But I'm not bashing the Filipina, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Wanting a good life, wanting a better life, and everything like that. I just want you to know, guys, that prepare yourself when you come over here. Don't fall in love with the first pretty face like I did. Luckily, the young girl was a good one. Because I've been lucky, man, with the ones I met online. I've never been scammed. Have they gotten my money? Absolutely. But I've never been scammed. When they robbed me, I was complicit. Hell, I helped them rob me, because I didn't know any better. Most of my content is for the new man and woman who's never been over here. Or maybe there's an expat over here who still has the shade over his eyes. I'm trying to wake you up. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from coming over here to this beautiful country and experiencing these beautiful women. I don't want to, I don't want to do that, because your first Filipino experience is going to be something, man, that's out of this world. But John Wells, he's true. Come on over here, man. Do yourself a favor. Get off the line, because I tell you once, and I'm going to tell you 100 times. The Philippines is the cake. Any woman or man you meet over here is the icing, guys. This place has so many once-in-a-lifetime destinations, you won't believe it. See, nature has a perfect balance. This is one of the most volatile places on the planet, with earthquakes, volcanoes, typhoons galore. But it's also one of the most beautiful places, magnificent places you ever see. Make your plans to do that first. Let the woman be a consequence of that. If you put the woman first, man, you're going to miss everything, man. I tell you guys, man, y'all think I'm lying. My first time here, now I flew 18 hours. And that 18 hours that 18-hour flight is going to kick your behind. I flew from Chicago to South Korea. That's about 12 hours, 12, 13 hours. Then another 4.5 hours from Korea to Cebu. All right, it's going to kick your behind. I came all that way, spent all that money, and I never left Cebu. My first 2 weeks in the Philippines, never went anywhere else, man. True story, man. I don't want that to happen to you. I want your experience to be better. That's why I tell you this stuff. I'm not trying to discourage you from coming over here. I'm not bashing the Filipina. No, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to, create a brotherhood, a support group, sort of, that's where we can talk amongst each other and say, hey, don't do this or do that, or I did this. And, we should share our experiences with each other to help the new man when he comes over here, to tell him what to look out for. How are you going to spot a good Filipina? How do you know that she's a good one and not one of the ones that wants your money or already has a boyfriend here? See, because I always suggest to you, go around the family as soon as you can. If you do meet that woman online and you're satisfied with her and you get her to the hotel and everything's fine, the very next day, no. You're going to have to rest for a couple of days, okay? Don't rush out of there, because I'm going to tell you that 1,000-pound gorilla that I tell you about on one of my vlogs, it's true, man. That jet lag from the United States to the Philippines, or from Britain to the Philippines, man, it's a monster. It's going to kick your butt, man. And if you don't come to the Philippines in your first 2 or 3 days, just stay at the hotel Even if you got a woman, y'all just stay there, man, and go to the little places around the hotel, around that area, and get rejuvenated, get rested up, or the rest of your trip is going to be, you're not even going to remember it, man. You know, there's a reason why the FBI and the CIA uses sleep deprivation as torture. It's torture, man. If you don't get the proper sleep over here, you're going to miss out on everything the Philippines has to offer. Imagine I spent all that money, came all this way, and never left Cebu. They got Palawan, Boracay, they've got Bantayan Island, they got Malapascua, they've got Siquijor Island, on and on and on and on. And I never saw not one place, man. And I don't want that to happen to you. So do this. Even if you meet a woman, see, I'm going to give you some advice. Get you an itinerary, man, on the Philippines. No matter if she's with you or not. Say, look, when I get there, I'm going to rest up a couple of days. But then here's what we're going to do. Because here's what the Filipinos going to do to you, Joe. Because I'm talking to you from as a Joe. I didn't have the option of being a John. Because I didn't read the handbook. I came over here as a Joe. You don't have to come over here as a Joe. Because of what we're talking about now, you can make the decision. Do I want to be a Joe who's looking for love, looking for a long-term relationship? I want to fall in love and all that. Or do I want to be a John? Do I just want to come over here and have some fun? Release a lot of that pressure from the West life and then go back home. See? Decide which of them you want to be. But in my case, because I didn't have anybody to counsel me, I didn't have anybody to talk to, I did everything impulsively, I came over here as a Joe. Now for me to try to transition to a John, it's impossible, man, for me to do that. But it's a lot easier for a John to transition over to a Joe. To say, hey, I'm tired of just running around. I'm tired of being by myself and single. I want to find a good woman. See, I don't work well under pressure, guys, if you get my drift. Johns work well under pressure, see, because once you meet that bar girl, you on the clock. See, and I don't do very well there, man. I've got to, it's got to be on my time schedule when it comes to making love and all that stuff. I got to be comfortable. I can't be on the clock, see, so I cannot transition to a John, all right? But you can make that decision right now. And that's what I want you to do. So I'm coming to you, everything I tell you is from a position of a Joe. I came over here as a Joe, see, and I was 18. I'd been married for 18 years, but I was in the midst of a bitter divorce. My best friend turned into my worst enemy. That's a whole other story. And I really had no business coming over here trying to get into a relationship. And it would have saved her some trouble and me some trouble. I wasn't ready, guys, and I certainly wasn't ready for what the Filipina is going to spring on you. It's deep, man. It's strong, and it's a lot that most of us have never experienced before, man. I'm telling you. And then on top of all of that, she's beautiful, man. Something that us shallow-minded men, especially from America, man, we can't handle it, guys. And this guy's right, this super Godfrey, he's coming as a John, then maybe change to Josie. You're absolutely correct. But trying to go from Joe to John, it ain't gonna work, man. Those bar women would run circles around me. They take all my money. I wouldn't know what to look for. I'd be using all my Joe instincts trying to deal with the women that John deals with, see? I'm not like that. A woman in the bar probably is not going to appreciate me bringing souvenirs and stuff over. You understand? But let's get back on the subject about, is this love over here for you? Can you handle it? Because it's not for everybody. And I've seen guys leave here, man, brokenhearted. I've seen guys in America, man, that they lose it, man, and they end up killing the Filipina and then killing themselves because they will weave a web the minute you get over here, the minute you step off that plane, She's weaving that web. It's in her culture. There's no divorce over here. You understand? And see, I'm putting together a video now. It's about Filipino rules. What every Filipina is told once she gets to America. And the first thing they tell her in America is, you can get a divorce over here. But over here, they can't get a divorce. So it's one man, they're one man women. I'm talking about the masses of them. See, so they're gonna put it on you like you never had it put on you before. And if you don't see it coming, man, it's gonna disarm you, man. There's nothing you're gonna do. If she wants that visa, you're gonna run back and do the visa. You're gonna, give her your PIN number. You're gonna do everything, your password. You're gonna do all of that. You don't have to do that, guys. I'm counseling you to slow down. It's what this is all about, because a lot of us, remember I told you I read the article from the New Zealand government on relationship fraud. In the Philippines, they specifically tell their citizens to be on the lookout for it over in the Philippines. It's a persistent problem over here, all right? That it's not uncommon for a Filipino to enter into a marriage or relationship for the visa or financial considerations. And the ones that the relationships that start online are the ones that are most susceptible to manipulation. See, they're already arming their guys with just a little information to help them. As Americans, we don't have that information, guys. We don't have nothing when we come over here. So we're blindsided by a lot of this stuff because our government thinks that we know better. Man, we don't know better, man. We don't think with this head. We think with the other head. And a lot of us right now that are watching this video right now, we're victims of relationship fraud, but we would never admit it. Our egos won't let us admit it. I'm trying to stop you from getting entangled in that web. See, if we talk amongst each other, share our experiences, we'll be able to see that from a mile away. But if you like me and everything's impulsive, when you get over here, man, you're gonna get in that trap. And the first trap is that online dating site. That's a trap, man. Get off of them places. Finding a woman on them dating sites, a good woman, is like finding a needle in 10 haystacks. Now, don't say I didn't warn you. Get off of those websites. I'm over here. I'm telling you, websites to get your money. They never want you to come over here. And as long as the longer it takes for you to come over here, the better. Because she will panic if you came over here. Because she's living with a man already. She's got a family already, guys. See, I'm telling you the secrets. Just like they tell each other our secrets. See? And this is what we need, guys. We need this support group. We need this counsel before you make that 18-hour flight over here, because the flight is going to kick you behind, man. You don't want to come over here just to have a good time. You don't want to come over here to meet some woman that's going to just pretend with you. See, you want to come over here to have a great time. And the only way you're going to do that, man, is to be prepared, to take your time, to slow down, man. I mean, if you want to, you can't be John and Joe. You can't do that. I know that's what guys are trying to do. They're trying to say, okay, I just want to meet a woman so when I get there, I can have sex and we can roll around the bed and all that. But I really want to see the Philippines and, I really want to be by myself. But now you can't do that over here, because I'm going to tell you something. The last thing you want is an angry Filipino on your hands over here. You 8,000 miles from home. See, she's got tricks for you that you never expected. She'll get you blacklisted. She'll get you locked up. Man, they can do it real easy. So that's why I tell you guys, take your time. Make sure that the woman you meet, if you're going to meet somebody online, because I can't tell you how to meet somebody. If you made up your mind and if you think the woman you met is a good woman, that's fine. But just make it up in your mind that she's the right one, because we're the ones who fall first. We're the ones on the dating sites looking for love. Guys, they're not looking for love. How many times do I have to remind you of that? Will love develop? Yeah, in a lot of cases it does. But for every sweet, sugary relationship that you see on YouTube and Facebook, there's 20 that have went horribly wrong. They're not going to put that on Facebook and YouTube. Imagine somebody making a video out of that, excuse my language, fucked up relationship they done got messed up in over here. They're not going to do it. So you don't really know it. It's like if you've been paying attention to the war on drugs over in America, it's like that. They only show you the guilty people. So it makes it look like the police are really, really doing a good job, because they're only showing you the ones that they captured and the ones that they went to jail, got a guilty verdict. But they don't show you all the ones that got away, see? They don't show you that, because if they did, it would be a whole different story. It's the same thing over here. All you're gonna see is the sweet, sugary relationships. And it's gonna fool you. You're gonna think, oh, this little meek, innocent woman over here, I can handle her. She's nothing. No. She's already got a game plan for you. What I'm trying to do is to help you with your game plan. You need a game plan when you come over here, man. Don't try to come over here without a game plan. And most of the guys, they're not going to accept my advice anyway. They're going to say, who is he? He don't know nothing. Man, the Philippines is a unicorn. All right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Philippines is a unicorn. It's different than Mexico. It's different than the Dominican Republic. It's different than South America. For the simple fact, you're coming halfway around the world just to meet somebody. Guys, that in itself is crazy. That in itself makes it the unicorn. Why in the world would you come all that far to meet a woman? She better be worth it. But see, I don't want to discourage you from that. So I tell you this, don't come here for the woman. Come here for the Philippines. See the beauty of that. Let the woman be the consequence. Don't script anything with the Philippines, man. Let everything be spontaneous over here, and you're gonna have a better time. That includes meeting a woman. It's gonna make your trip better, more fun, more exciting. Man, that online stuff is scripted, guys. I don't care. I feel like I'm the Simon Cowell of the Philippines. No matter how many times I tell you it's scripted, no matter how many times I tell you I already know who the winner is, you don't believe me. You think, oh, it's the exception. You think you're the one choosing the winner. You're dialing in. No, that's all scripted, guys. If you don't believe me, look it up. American Idol is scripted. The Voice is scripted. X Factor is scripted. It's all reality show. See? And this is a reality show over here. Yeah, they're going to pretend. They do so much pretending, guys. It took me a long time to figure it out, man. I thought I was special. They make you feel so special, man, because you're coming from a situation where you don't feel special. You feel where they're taking you for granted. That's how this Filipina's so smart, because she's got a support group. They tell her what you're going through over there. They tell you what you expect to come here. I promise you, man, I'm not lying to you. Man, my son's mother, man, he just turned 10 November 3rd. Man, let me tell you something. This woman didn't even know how to work a computer, guys. For the first 2 weeks, because I only chatted her 2 weeks. That was another mistake. But anyway, for the first 2 weeks I was chatting with her, she was like this. She wasn't even typing. It was her friend next to her doing all the typing, was the one actually chatting with me. But that's just the beginning. When we got to the hotel, guess what? She told me, when I said, when I started laying down my Jordan rules, especially for sex, she said, yeah, they already told me what to expect. They already told me what you're probably going to want to do. And man, I was shocked. But remember, see, over here, and this is something else I want to tell you, man. You're going to get to the point where once the guys I'm talking to right now, looking at this video, is this. You're so new in a relationship that, you know, you haven't had time to size it up. So anything that I say to you, you're not going to really take it to heart because you say, hey, I just met her. Okay. That's the first one. The second one looking at me right now is he's so in love that no matter what I tell him, no matter what advice he gets, he's not listening. Okay. The third one is this. He's been in his relationship for so long, even though he knows this relationship fraud, that he says, I don't care. I'm staying in it for my selfish reasons. Okay. And then the fourth one is like, he's already come to the reality of his situation. Either he's got a good woman or he's in relationship fraud. So he's either going to go back to step number one and be new again, start a new relationship, or he's going to go to step three and stay in the relationship and say, I don't care. I've been in it so long. See what I'm saying, man? And so that's where we are right now. See, but we don't have to be in none of them if we come over here with the right information, guys. You know, this stuff over here, a lot of it is scripted. But if you come over here and you don't script anything about the Philippines, you let it all be spontaneous, man, you're going to have the time of your life, man. Some of the places over here are just, if the Philippines wasn't so far away, it would be the #1 tourist destination in the whole entire world. It's already #1 in Asia, really. I mean, it's fast approaching Bali and Indonesia and all of those places, man. You know, let them get their infrastructure together, and it's going to blow those places away. It'll be the #1 place because of some of the most spectacular, magnificent, remarkable, and every other adjective you want to use about this place. But let the woman be spontaneous. Meet the woman. Spontaneous, man. Let that be spontaneous, man. Don't script anything about the Philippines. What's up, Don Ridgeway? That's my homeboy. He's from where I'm from, man. I tell you, it's a small world. We actually lived in the same hometown, but I think Don is from Lebanon, Kentucky. I'm almost sure. But he lives in Louisville, Kentucky. I think he lives in Dallas, Texas now. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Kaz Redmond, hey, thanks for stopping by. Nobody special. That's my one of my good friends, Norman. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm coming from a place of brotherhood, man. I'm not preaching to you, man. And I don't want you to take it like that. I'm not a know-it-all, guys. I've only been coming here for 11 years. I met a guy at immigration last week. He was from Texas, man. He's been coming here since 1999, and he's lived here for 9 years, man. And just for the few little minutes we were talking, man, he was dropping some gems on me, so I can still learn. I just want to give away my 11 years of boots on the ground experience. I want to give it all away to the new man and woman or anybody if it can benefit you. There's some things to look out for over here, guys. That's all I'm saying. Don't be impulsive like I was. Don't just jump on a plane and come over here. It can be fun doing that, but I mean, set you up an itinerary. Go to see some places, Palawan, Boracay, Panglao, Bohol, Comody's Island, Camiguin Island. It's just so many places over here, once in a lifetime places that you'll never forget. Tagaytay up in north of Luzon. It's just so many, Subic Bay. I mean, I could spend a whole day just telling you about that. Don't come over here all this way, man, for a woman, but you're not listening. See, that's what makes the Philippines the unicorn, guys. It's not the pay for play. That's not what makes it. You can pay for play in Mexico. You can pay for play in the Dominican Republic, Central America, Latin America, Brazil. But what makes this a uniform, guys? You're coming halfway around the world just to meet a woman. That's crazy within itself. So you better be prepared financially. Get you a financial plan before you come over here. get you an itinerary of some of the places you want to see, whether or not you meet a woman or not. And then if you've met a woman, don't you at least want to know something about the woman and her culture? Or you think that this woman is the same as the women that you meet at the local bar or at your job? No, no, no. This woman over here, most of them you're going to meet got college educations, number one. And number two, they're smart, man. They already know you. They got a handbook on you and they've studied it. We, on the other hand, we think we don't need a handbook. We think we can just come over here and all this little meek and innocent and backward province girl. She's so submissive. I can handle her with one hand tied behind my back. Yeah, and then they're gonna tie the other hand behind your back in that straight jacket. That's usually what happens to us over here, guys. You're gonna lose all your hair like I did, trying to figure out everything as you go. Or you're gonna be like John. You're gonna plan everything all out of the head, see? Because we all come over here for the same reason, whether you want to be thinking you're moral and upright and everything's good and, but you come over here for the same reason John does, see, I'm neither Joe or John. I'm somewhere in the middle now. But when I came over here, I was Joe, man. I was looking for love, guys. And that's what Joe is looking for. See, we're the ones looking for love. Imagine. You're getting on a website, you're consciously signing up for a website to meet somebody, a beautiful young Filipino, to fall in love. You want her to knock your socks off. You're asking for it, guys. We're literally asking for it. All right? So we do that, then we come over. Her reason for entering into it is totally, totally different. And that's all I want to tell you. I'm not saying it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not bashing her. I just want I want you in on the secret that nobody told me. Nobody told me that I was the catch. Nobody told me I was the prize, that I was the diamond, that I could walk slowly over here and still get the same thing I'm looking for without flying quick over here and jumping into the first woman that I see. See, nobody told me that. If they'd have told me, hey, Calvin, just take your time, go over there. You're the prize, man. You're in demand. There's no sense in you rushing. There's no sense in you going crazy and running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Just take a shower, get on the plane, come to the Philippines, take another shower, go to your hotel, take another shower, and then go outside. That's all you have to do over here. You don't have to spend $1,000 on brand new clothes. See, that most of us do. You don't have to spend another $1,000 buying all these souvenirs that most of us do. See, because we come over here already messed up. We come over here, she's got us all twisted and everything. Online, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you think you crazy and this girl's got you crazy online, what do you think's gonna happen to you when you finally get over here and you see her in person? You see this young, beautiful woman in person that's straight out of some fantasy magazine, really. You're not gonna have a chance. You're gonna be just like me. Met her in January, she had a baby in November. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm sharing my experience with you because I don't want you to ever go through what I went through. I'm not preaching, man. Most of you guys would not listen to what I'm saying anyway. But there's that one or two guys out there that they're listening. That's who I'm talking to. See, they're the ones that are saying, hey, this guy might be making some sense. Why would I want to go all the way over there without a plan? You don't even go to Florida without a plan, but you're going to come halfway around the world to the Philippines without a damn plan. How crazy is that? You think you can handle these women with one hand tied behind your back? Yeah. And then one or two things are going to happen. They're going to tie that other hand behind your back and lock your ass up, or when they put you in that damn straitjacket. This isn't America. This isn't Britain. This isn't Australia. See? So that's who I'm talking to. That's my buddy, How To in Hawaiian. Aloha, brother. Are you a race car driver or a motorcycle driver? Yeah, Cash Redman, you better have a plan when you come halfway around the world. These women, man, they're gonna get you. Uh, um, man, they're so smart. They're good at hiding their excitement. They're good at controlling their emotions a lot better than you. On the inside, man, she's jumping up and down like she hit the lottery when you get over here. But the front she's gonna put on is like, you ain't no big deal. You know, I see guys like you are every day. But on the inside, man, she's turning cartwheels and everything because she knows you are the prize, guys. You're in demand. So before I get off of here, have a plan, guys. Let's talk amongst each other, especially the ones who've never been here before. If you've been here, you made mistakes, it's okay, man. That's why I share my mistakes. Don't be ashamed because it's going to help the one coming behind you. See, let's write our handbook so guys can read it and be like, man, you know, they told me to look out for this, you know, because I'm going to tell you something. If the family meets you at that airport, man, you're in big trouble, brother. You don't want that. You better put that Jordan rule down before you ever get over here. No. You come to the airport by yourself. You don't bring your family with you. If you don't trust me enough, I'm sorry. All right? But if that family meets you at that airport, man, woo-wee, you're not going to get rid of them. You didn't come all the way over here, you know, for a family reunion. You know, hey, thanks, Norm. Thanks, Norman. I really appreciate you, brother. But I tell you what, Dale Littlefield, he hit it on the nose, man. You know, there's a lot of other things that are great about the Philippines, man. You know, let the woman be the consequence, man. Let that be spontaneous, guys, because it's going to be better. You know, you're going to have a better chance of it lasting longer, of it being real, because the women that you're meeting on these websites, guys, they're not looking for love. Yeah, they may be looking for love, but they're also looking for a visa and financial considerations, guys. That's why they're there. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not bashing them for that. I just want to let you know, we're the ones on there looking for love, not them. So we the one needs counsel. We need a support group. We need a brotherhood that's going to get us together before we come over here and spend everything. Now, I spent $7,000 in 2 months over here, the first 2 months, with my son's mother. Think I wasn't blinded? You don't think she blinded me? Shit, man, you don't have to do that. See, you can come over here and spend $100 a day and still live like a king. $100 a day, that's a lot of money over here. So you're here for 2 weeks, you can bring 1,500, man, and live like a baller and ball out of control with 1,500 for 2 weeks. Or you can be stupid like me. Bring your American thinking with you and spend $5, $6, $7, $10,000. I've seen guys spend $10,000 in a month over here. All right? So thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it, man. And I'll get better with these lives. And then I'm going to start having you guys as guests starting next week. So if you want to get on this show and you want to kind of share your experiences, especially some of you guys that's living in the Philippines, that's been here for a while and kind of can relate to the content that I'm saying, I'd love to have you as a guest on here to share your experience, strength, and hope, because it's going to help somebody. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what my channel is about, to help the new man and woman who's never been to the Philippines before. See, we need a handbook, guys. We need each other. Quit trying to do it by yourself, because when you do, you're going to get into that relationship fraud. And you think just because she gives you sex every night and everything like that's not relationship fraud, man. No. These women know how to control their emotions. They'll show you love, but inside they're like, oh, I'll be glad when this MF dies of a heart attack. Or I can't wait to meet go over, get to that other country and meet somebody like younger, a lot more good looking. See, because that's what the Filipino rules is about. See, what every Filipino is told when she gets to America. See, I want to create the Jordan rules for us guys. We need them. Thank you so much. Hey, I really appreciate it, man. And next week, I'm going to have some guests. I want some of you guys to come on here, especially the ones living here or have been here several times and want to share your experience, strength, and hope with the new guys. Hey, and by the way, hit the like button, man. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe if you prefer. I never ask people to subscribe, but hey, you know, if you like the content and everything, let's support each other, guys. Hey, and I'm gonna get over here. They're doing my Wi-Fi now. I appreciate everybody. Don, Joseph, Kaz, Gerard, Norman, man, y'all the reason I do this. See, okay? Take care. Look, if you're in America, it's not too late, man. Before you let your head hit the pillow, help somebody. You don't want them late grocery runs. You see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 10:45. We have all the rest of the day to help somebody, man. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, be COVID free, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much. I love y'all, man. Y'all the reason I do this.